Let's see if Jenny's here in Plainview, New York. Jenny, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great. You wanted to ask about something unrelated to net neutrality, ADD medication?
Yes. Actually, what happened is I read one of your other books, Threshold, and then the library told me that you had another book on ADD, which I started reading.
Uh-huh.
And I don't read like a normal person. I kind of jump around. So I've been reading bits and pieces of the book, and it's really insightful. But one of the questions I didn't get to it in the book yet. If it's in there, it's actually the complete guide to ADHD.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I just was wondering, what is your opinion on Aderall?
Aderall?
Medication for, yes.
Yeah. First of all, the book that I've written on this topic, the two books that I've written on this topic that are the best books are The Edison Gene and ADD, A Different Perception. And so I recommend that you start out with one of those two books. That said, Aderall is a combination. It was originally sold as a diet pill back in the 60s and 70s. And it's a combination of three different amphetamines. It's got methamphetamine, which is what the guy was making in Breaking Bad, and we call crystal meth when it's sold on the streets. It's got a dextroamphetamine, which is an isomer of amphetamine, I guess. It rotates light in a particular way in the dextro, that'd be left rotation. And it's got another amphetamine in it, I'm forgetting the name of it, that, and the effect of these three different amphetamines is that they all come on at different speeds, and they all decay in the body, basically, have a different half-life, disintegrate in the body at a different speed. And so the effect of it is that instead of just being effective for 3 or 4 hours like Ritalin or straight dexedrine or straight methamphetamine, they're effective for 6, 8, 10 hours or more in some people. That said, it's amphetamines, and amphetamines are popularly known as speed. For some people, Aderall helps them focus tremendously. I mean, when I was in college, I was using these exact same substances. Back in the 60s, they used to sell these things called Black Beauties, which were just diet pills, and they were Dex or meth, and we would use them to study for exams, for final exams and things. I don't think that it's such a great idea, particularly for adults. Well, also for kids, for different reasons. Kids are going through developmental phases in their brains, and when you throw chemicals in that alter brain chemistry during a developmental phase, that's a real, it's a real roll of the dice. Whether that drug is alcohol, nicotine, pot, or prescription medication that is stimulants or any kind of SSRI drugs, all of them alter brain chemistry. And when you do that during a developmental phase, the brain is highly adaptive, and it tends to compensate. And then if you stop the drug, you discover that the brain has been altered in a way that it's compensating for something that's not there anymore, and it's not a good thing. So generally speaking, I'm very wary about giving these kind of drugs to kids. For adults, it becomes more problematic for adults who are over 30, because there's a fair body of evidence that indicates that when people take these stimulant drugs in particular, that they are at increased risk of microstrokes. These microstrokes are little tiny strokes in the brain that don't have the features of a regular stroke. They just, little capillaries in the brain pop, and little tiny bits of the brain die off over time. And the main consequence of this, people will notice in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, is what seems to be early onset age-related dementia. They start forgetting where they left things. Their short-term memory starts to disintegrate. They can't remember names. They can't remember places. It's just, and this is something that you see with alcoholics as well. So I'm pretty wary of it. On the other hand, there are some people who are so profoundly neurologically, essentially disabled as a consequence of who knows what, fetal exposure to something or genetics or whatever, that they actually need drugs like this to function. So I'm not in the Scientology never ever camp, but I am in the be very, very careful, use the smallest dose possible camp. And I'm not offering you any medical advice at all, Jenny. Please don't take this as that. But that's how I think about it. Does that make sense?
I just have this is my situation. me and my husband don't believe in ADHD. But it's funny because when I read your book, I started understanding my son. My son is in school. He's failing math. He's failing language, but he does brilliantly in music, and he does brilliant. Like when he needs to concentrate, he's a genius.
Yeah. Well, Jenny, I would always try to find an environment for my kids where that plays to their strengths. But check out the Edison Gene. I think you'll find it a more useful book. Thank you, Jenny, for the call.